First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Washington Commanders and the Detroit Lions. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
They got wins.
A run here for the rookie. It's Brian Robinson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A good start. One play, 10 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Okay. I might like it, man.
Play action. Now Wentz.
Oh, big hit.
He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Alright,
He was out there waving his arms.
So
When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot.
Bro, he got to get out. He did. Gibson got me now.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. Looking sideline, incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short.
We allowed to go for 4th and 3.
That's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone. Can't connect there.
All right, bud. Thank you. All right, come on, Wednesday, Wentz. I need this dot out. I need this dot out. I need that dot out.
And he is going to have a Washington first down. They didn't get a lot, but they do convert on 4th. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. And now a 1,000-yard rusher a season ago, Antonio Gibson with it. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay.
They should.
One that's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Jamin Davis there to bring him down. This defense for the Commanders, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up.
Oh, what y'all niggas doing? Oh, good shit. Good shit.
First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. His first pass attempt of the game, Charles, and the pass rush was right there to hit him. But no fear, he delivered an accurate ball. Nice catch.
And you never want to see your quarterback getting hit, but it also sends a message to the rest of the team when he's able to take that shot and still deliver downfield. Showing a little toughness, and the team rallies around him. This could really help them on their drive.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of season they have. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Escaping the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own.
Hold on, I gotta do this real quick. I gotta bench both of these niggas. Lindsay was doing good though, you know I fuck with you. You too slow.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll be taken
I got Heineke in this nigga.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Howell's throw complete there to Thomas. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Now Howell. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, I thought you seen that. Damn, he dropped it anyway.
Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Anytime they think they've got him open beyond the mark,
Nigga, he was fouled.
and that's not going to change even after that incompletion was forced.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt.
This was a bad one.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Oh, shit. He got me.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10.
I'm back in.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Sliding out of the pocket. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Jonah Jackson, former 3rd-round pick, the guilty party. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's a toss play right to Swift. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Now it's Goff. Open man right side is Shark. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
What up, my niggas?
And the Commanders are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He can have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
They'll go play action. Howell. That one caught by the tight end Bates. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it.
Sir. Please catch that.
That's it.
What? Why did you go down?
And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Damn.
Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
Terry.
And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So after the loss of down, they'll come up here with a 2nd and goal. Off play action. It's Howell. Rolling to his right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And the Lions are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
On 2nd and 9, Goff.
Oh shit! Way to beat her.
Picked by Kendall Fuller, and he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And his pass incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is
setting the tone in this game. Blocker.
He was looking that time.
Can't even say that was my defense right there.
It's 3rd and short. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Play fake for Swift. Now Goff. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain.
Honestly, bro, I didn't think he was really about to touch my user.
Of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Touchdown! Antonio Gibson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Oh, I made that.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Wright's got it. And he goes out right around the 39. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Off play action. Here's Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And it is now 21-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Defensive side X right there before the end of the season. Oh my fucking God.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Good shit,
yeah,
boy.
this is exactly why you
Especially
practice
him.
a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice
I
each
need
week
to
before
get
a
him
game.
used to
A
a
minute
starter,
left,
man.
more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Oh, he caught that. Good catch. Oh,
Tried to
after
dial
that
up
bitch
the
was
long
in.
one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Goff now
big
to
play,
throw.
Josh. Watch
He's
the
airing
big
it out
play.
for Williams.
Ah, I gotta say, watch the big play.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Good shit.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
Dang, I thought
They
it was
have the
gonna get
lead. You know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Still 15 yards to go, second down. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Powell's throw complete to Dotson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
First down catch here by Jahan Dotson. You get the sense watching him that his ascent is only just beginning. More catches, yards, and touchdowns every year at Penn State and played his way into the first round. A tremendous athlete. He also runs routes with great
stop playing, coach.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old
damn, I should have just tried it.
Outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
One last shot before the break. Howell on the move to his left. Slings this deep from McLaurin.
Oh, I overshot him.
And it's intercepted.
Ran too far with this nigga.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Let's get out.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Underneath.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Over the middle.
He ain't get it right.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On the counter, this is Robinson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 67 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Flush to his right, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Alex Anzalone, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Oh, my goodness.
Sly able to put this one through, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 29, Goff. And my goodness, another interception. And he will bring this one back.
I'm only good on defense.
Interception return for a Commander's touchdown. And Charles, for this
said I'm only good on defense.
They kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the left.
Come on, man. How, Sway? How was that out of the play? Good shit, man. How was that out of the play? That's cray-cray. That was going about my way again. Somebody get this boy. Oh, he got it. How, Sway? That's mad. Damn, cuz. Let me jump. Yeah.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
I need to find me some go-to. Dang.
Out there, set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Let's get him. We out of
Throw
here.
left side to start out. That's
oh, yeah, we out of here.
Finding space at the 40.
We out of here.
10, 5, touchdown Washington. John Bates, 75 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Damn.
And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit.
Play action. It's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams.
Oh shit, Joshua. That was my fucking pick in the first place.
Now, fortunately,
Shouldn't have done
that one's going to fall incomplete.
And where they are on the scoreboard almost dictates taking this big shot and trying to get right back into the game.
I thought you threw that
Took
big
it
short.
there,
That's
couldn't
what
connect. Despite the defense being ready, go ahead and force it downfield. See what you can get.
That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man.
Nah, you
and you
good,
gotta
bro.
trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Shit, bro, I might not need to stop you.
On 4th down, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And now here is another interception.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter.
I'll be sometime, man.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense,
The
they
only
haven't quit
thing
on this
about
game.
it.
They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They run the draw here with Robinson. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's
Come on,
even
boys.
snapped.
Push that line for me.
Scouting
Push that line for me.
Then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration.
Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. This time they'll throw it with Howell.
Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man complete. It's Bates.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
1st down, Howell to throw.
Ah, you read that.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
From 21 yards away.
And the Commanders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah,
oh.
I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score.
And now look at this.
Oh, good shit.
And it's Washington that scoops it up,
And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right?
Bro,
Right?
you ain't gotta come back
You're
to
trying to
me.
get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
He was unable to shake free there.
Like,
and
he
they'll
don't
cover
try to
him for
run
a
up the
loss of a
motherfucking
yard.
field.
And
This
that is
nigga
gonna
just
do
run
it
to the
for
run
this
back when he
third
catch the
quarter of
ball.
action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on second down. Powell eluding the pressure right. Robinson's got it.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I'll tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Robinson up the middle.
And some room to roam now.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 91 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
What you taking the car, right?
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Out left to Dotson. Touchdown! Jahan Dotson with his first career
Can you wait to this game when I go with you?
And the Commanders are looking to make it 2 straight.
How long is that game?
I only got like 5 more minutes out there. Yeah, man, so I don't
Another
want you walking out
touchdown
there.
through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play. So hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From just shy of midfield, Goff and a high throw
Way to
there.
be there,
This is
boy.
knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw.
Oh!
Dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Boy, I'm going to say, boy, if you don't fucking get that.
Interception. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. Slide for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6.
Yeah.
And now the kick is away.
Half of me was. I say 4.
And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down. Now this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but
fat ass nigga.
home on 1st down.
Nah, fat ass was thinking a cheeseburger. That's why he had a hockey.
2nd down and 12.
Nigga picked up the speed at the end.
Here's Goff. Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Goff. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Bobby McCain. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances.
Damn.
And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline,
Damn.
he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus
No,
far.
bro. That's, damn, I was thinking about throwing that bitch to scary.
Football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
And the tough thing is when
I think he could have made that throw. That's what my scary ass. He was open too.
By using his legs, and that
Fuck,
might have been the
scary
better
ass
choice
job.
instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he
open,
pays for it
too.
with the interception.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they've
Damn,
sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this
trash.
proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Thrown out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Goff. And there's Williams.
Good shit.
He's just shy of the 40. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Goff. This will be caught inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. On 2nd and inches, Goff.
Throws out left, it's caught by Williams.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge. He's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be
I
able to
don't even
smile
know,
about
bro. It's
it.
my first time playing Madden again. I ain't gonna cap.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Next week, Gibson is starting, bro. I need Gibson to start.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
117 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
They run the jet sweep. Dotson. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A gain of 14, first down.
Oh, well, earlier? Yeah, I don't know how you fumbled.
Excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays.
When your man set that pick for me, that came in clutch. Yeah, he came in clutch with that pick.
Here's 2nd and 5.
Robinson with another carry.
Oh, good luck, guys.
20. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 34 yards there and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate.
Oh, that's crazy. Fuck that. I need this touchdown.
And
That
now
was
with
it.
4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So another touchdown for him on the year now, Charles. He had 2 in the opener last week and hits pay dirt for a 3rd time here.
And with good health, he's got a really good chance to be up there among the leaders in touchdowns scored when this season comes to an end. Quick question, partner. Is it bad luck to toast him with a sports drink?
Not at all, partner. I think that's a fantastic idea. Cheers. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
GG's, good game.
As this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Washington, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be off to many